Good morning, guys. It's Jane Ferrano here. How are you all doing today? I have got something I've just got to talk to you about. I've talked about this before, but I've got to mention it again. So I told you in the past about the book I read, The Science of Getting Rich, that was written in 1910. We're having a conversation with my parents this morning, and my dad is talking about different people in our past and money situations. And he starts telling me how it's really not good for people to have very much money. Now, they're Christian people, and they said it's really not good to have very much money because if you have very much money, then you wind up becoming greedy, you wind up thinking only about yourself, you wind up not doing for others. Most people cannot be responsible with money. And we got into this whole conversation, and I'm trying to teach him what I have learned about money. What I realized, what he is talking about is what gave me my thoughts about money as I was growing up. So I always had this negative feel about the word rich, and we've had a video about that before, and why it feels bad, kind of subconsciously, to say the word rich, to think about being wealthy. And I've studied this in the past, but it kind of dawned on me as he was talking about it. The reason I've had to really work on my mindset with money is because, unfortunately, my dad ingrained that in me. Now, we lived very middle class. He made a good living. We did well. He worked his way up through the state of New York and became successful as far as you could go with the state of New York. But we never reached past his level of mindset with money, because he came from the upbringing that you work hard, you can earn a good living. He was very smart, he knew that, but he never wanted rich. He never wanted too much money because he didn't want people to look at him in a negative way. He didn't want people to think that he was greedy. This is all subconscious now. Keep that in mind. This is your subconscious telling you who you are and what you are. So I'm encouraging you guys, if you do not have good mindset with money and you can only achieve certain things in your life, I beg of you to go start doing your research and reading books on mindset and money. Think and Grow Rich, an old book, wonderful, wonderful book on money. And then, of course, The Science of Getting Rich. Guys, you will never achieve greatness. You will never achieve what God really put you on this earth to achieve if you can only have a small mindset. There's a great book, Dream Big. Read that. Like, do your research. Understand why you think small. Think big. Go big. Why have dreams if you can't dream big, right? But make sure your mindset is right, because even if you make a lot of money, you won't know what to do with it, and you'll use it poorly, and you'll get rid of it. Why do you think lottery winners always lose their money? Because they weren't the right people to have a lot of money in the first place. They didn't have the right mindset. You have to understand money. You have to learn how to be responsible for money, how to be smart with money to last you through. And you have to, whatever money you take in, I don't care if you make $30,000 or $100,000 or $500,000 or $1 million. There's three things you need to do with money. You need to save money. I mean, why have all this money if you don't save for your future? You need to tithe money, and tithing doesn't necessarily mean to a church. It has to be, you have to be able to give to others, give back with what you've earned. God gave you the money, and you need to give it back. You need to tithe the money, 10% at least. That's just a rule of thumb. And then you get to spend money. And if you can do above and beyond that to give, that's wonderful, because the more you give, the more you receive. That's just the way it works. I really want you to understand money so that you can achieve all of the greatness that God has put there for you. And you can't do all the things you ever wanted to do if you don't have money to do it. You really just can't. Right? I hope this meant something to you. So think about the words of how you describe in your mind and in your subconscious. How do you describe money? Does it feel good? Do people that have money seem good, or do they seem greedy? I mean, you really need to understand what holds you to the level you are held at. A lot of people can work really hard and never achieve much in their life. And it's all because of this. It's all because of what they think. You could work a lot less hard and make a lot more money if you had the right mindset. Why do some doctors never, even with all of their education and obviously the brains and obviously the smartness, some will stay very small and some will achieve greatness? What is the difference? It's all in the mind. It's the ones that think they can be this, that achieve it. Millionaires are only millionaires because they believe they can be millionaires. If you're a $100,000 person, middle income, middle class, you're only there because those are your limitations, subconsciously. And if you struggle with money and you're in that lower income, the reason you're there is because that's all you see yourself being. And until you change your mindset in whichever category you're in, that's where you'll be. People that are rich, they can lose everything and start over again because they know in their mind they know how and they can do it and they have the ability. That's the difference. If you can just switch that trigger, all gates open. Do your research. I'm not lying to you. This is how it works. Have a great day. I love you guys. I'll be talking to you soon. Got things to do today, so I'm out. Have a good day. Bye-bye.